Hello students, welcome to Notebook. Today we shall discuss email writing in our video class. Now you must have heard about the communication mode called email. It was invented by Ray Tomlinson and first put to use in the 1960s. An email or electronic mail is one of the easiest methods of communication in the modern times. It is a fast, cheap, easy and convenient way of sending a note, information or some documents to someone. A computer or phone, an internet connection and the basic knowledge of the emailing system is enough to communicate in this way. Emails are of three categories. The formal emails are written to teachers, bosses or any other person of authority whom we do not know. The semi-formal emails are written to acquaintances or colleagues. The informal mails are sent to friends, family and relatives. Let us now go through the procedure of composing an email. Make sure you have an internet connection. Click onto the mail option and log in with your IDs and password. Open the email program and click on the Compose mailbox. Your main page should look like this. Click onto the Compose button to begin composing your mail. For reading your received mails, you have the inbox. This is how your email page will look like. The 2 indicates to whom you are writing the email. Here, you have to correctly put down the email address of the receiver of the mail. The email addresses will have the name of the internet provider through whom the email is conveyed. For instance, they can be Google, Yahoo, Rediff Mail, and various others. The number of recipients of the message can be more than one, so put down the address of all the expected readers. The message can be copied by putting down any valid email addresses beside the CC or BCC, means a blind carbon copy, option. Then the subject line is written. Now, why do we write the subject line? Writing a subject line is necessary, or else the mail might remain unnoticed in the inbox of the receiver. Also, it becomes easier to track the message once the subject line is mentioned. Once all of this is done, we can come to writing the body of email in the box indicated for it. The email begins with a salutation like in a letter. If it is an informal mail, you might mention the name of the person. In case of a formal mail, it begins with a sir or madam. Once the mail is written, you can either send it by clicking at the button or it can be saved as draft. You can also click on the attachment button indicated by a paperclip sign and attach the required document, picture, video clip, etc. Let us now go through an informal email. Question: write an email to your sister telling her about your new boarding school. You begin with writing the mail ID of the recipient, anushasan@rediffmail.in. Then the subject line, hostel life. Next we have the salutation, dear sister. Then we have the content divided into 3 paragraphs. I hope that this mail finds you happy. I want you to know that I am adjusting well to the new boarding school. We have a strict routine here and everyone follows it. I wake up at 6 in the morning and get ready for school by 7. Then the entire school meets at the assembly hall for morning prayers, followed by breakfast. Then we leave for our respective classes. It is only during the break, at 11, we get to meet and talk to our friends. At 3, we leave from school premise and gather in our hostel halls for our evening snacks. Then we are allowed to watch television, listen or play music, reading and playing for an hour. At 6, we are summoned to begin our evening lessons, which are called off by 9:30 in the night. Then we meet for dinner and we are off to bed by 10:30 at night. I have made some friends here. Life here is more organized than my previous school, and I am getting a habit of it. You must not worry about me and take my love and regards. Convey the same to mother and father as well. We end the mail by complimentary closing and the sender's name. Yours loving, Damini. Let us look at a formal email now. Write a formal email to the editor of a newspaper, appreciating and thanking him for publishing a weekly column called Clean the Earth in their newspaper. You begin with writing the mail ID of the recipient, editor@thetelegraph.com. Then the subject line, appreciation of a newspaper column. Next we have the salutation, Dear Sir. Then we have the content. I am writing this email to show my appreciation for the Clean the Earth column that is published weekly in your newspaper. I read the column every week and I appreciate it greatly. It is very informative and understandable even for a middle school student like me. I have come to learn a lot about the different kinds of pollution and their sources. It also taught me about how severely it is affecting the planet and other living organisms. I have introduced my family members and many of my friends to your column. It is extremely helpful for all of us, motivating us to fight against the evil of pollution. I wish to thank you for the great column, sincerely hoping to read more of them in the coming weeks. We end the mail by complimentary closing and the sender's name. Yours faithfully, Anshula Khan. Remember, keep your mail short and simple. Do not use SMS language. Do not use stylized font. Use simple font. Read through your mail before you hit the send button. So, with that, we come to the end of today's lesson. We hope this gives you an idea of how to compose an informal as well as a formal email. Keep practicing and see you soon.